Hello, this is Psychic Kathie with PsychicKathie.com. Hope you're all doing well. So today I wanted to do something a little different. I haven't done this before, just for people on YouTube, but for the last several weeks, I've been feeling like there are some passed on loved ones that want to come through and give messages to people. So I just said, okay, well, I'm going to do it. So this is the first time I'm doing this, but hopefully this will resonate with you. So what I want to do is, it's kind of like pick a card, but I want you to pick a crystal. And whichever crystal you're being drawn to, that's going to be the message from spirits or passed on, possibly loved ones that come through. And just see which crystal you're being drawn to. So I'm going to show you the three crystals, and I want you to just kind of focus on them and see which one is resonating with you. So the crystal number one, this is called Seraphinite. This is one of my most favorite, it's one of my most favorite stones. I literally carry this with me every day. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a gorgeous, it's a gorgeous crystal. And so Seraphinite, what Seraphinite does, I'll just tell you a little bit. What Seraphinite does is it helps to open up your connections with, your guides, your angels, all of that. So it helps that. It's really great. Well, it clears your aura. It clears all chakras, but it's particularly really great for the heart chakra. So, you might want to pick one of these up and just carry it with you. It's amazing. I love it. I have several of them, so I can always keep the rest charging. And then I'm always having a charged one, fully charged one on me. So I carry this with me all the time. I never am without Seraphinite on me. So this is crystal number one, Seraphinite. So see if this one resonates with you. The next crystal number two, is Citrine. And I don't know if you can see that. Citrine is beautiful. I love Citrine. It's good for so many different things. And by the way, any of these crystals, go ahead and look them up on Google to get more information about them. But I usually have a piece of Citrine on me as well. This one calls to me. I just love it. So number two crystal is Citrine. Another one that I absolutely love and I have on me all the time is, sorry about that. This is crystal number three, Amethyst. And I don't know if you can see, but this is a beautiful piece of amethyst. Amethyst is another one of those ones that helps open you up intuitively and psychically to get those messages, the guidance that you're looking for. So three of my favorite crystals. So crystal number three is amethyst. So I'm going to give you a second to see which one you're being drawn to. Again, Seraphinite is number one. Citrine is number two. And amethyst is crystal number three. So see which one you're being drawn to, and I'm just going to start giving you medium messages. Again, I've been drawn to do this for the last couple of weeks. So I'm just going to do it. Okay. Number one, this one is for you. This is for my Seraphinite people that were drawn to Seraphinite. This medium reading is going to be for you. What I'm picking up, and this gentleman has been trying to come through for a couple weeks now. So he's obviously got something he really wants to share. It's a man. I want to say he's about 6 foot, medium brown hair. He's showing himself to me roughly around the age of early 60s, early to mid 60s. He looks to me about 63. I will say this, when spirits come forward and talk to me, they can choose to show themselves however they want. Sometimes they will show themselves younger, maybe a time in their life when they were alive that they liked the way they look better. Sometimes they do show themselves as what they look like when they actually passed away. But anyway, how this gentleman is showing himself to me right now is, again, he's about 6 foot, medium brown hair. It's kind of parted to the side, very short, clean cut. I would say this man is slender. He looks on the skinny side, but not in an unhealthy way. But he's very thin. He's showing himself as he's got a cream-colored button-up shirt, and he's wearing kind of like a grayish taupe-colored. It's an odd color. Slacks, but they're like casual slacks. I wouldn't say they're like business slacks. They're casual, but I feel he's making me feel that this is a common way that he would dress. This is what he was comfortable in. So one thing he does want to get across, and what I'm feeling pretty strongly, is he's saying that he does have regret for the way that he has treated his family, particularly one child in particular. But really, he does feel some regret and remorse for how he acted to really his family in general. So he is hesitant to come forward, but yet he is coming forward because he does want this to go out to the person it's meant for, to the people it's meant for. I feel like this person could have been alive in his younger days. I'm talking like late teens, early 20s, maybe even childhood. He lived on a farm and they did farming. But I don't know that he did that later in life. But I feel like when he was younger, that's what he did. That's what his family did. Oh, I just heard Iowa. So it could be somewhere in Iowa that this person lived, because I heard Iowa very loud. Anyway, what he's showing me is that his family, how he was raised, was very poor. I feel like it was a family that wasn't abusive per se, but it was neglectful. I don't even know if, I don't want to say neglectful. The children in the family, the children were all made to feel like they were given everything that they absolutely needed. They had a roof over their head. They had all the meals that they needed. They didn't get extras. I don't feel that they really got gifts for birthdays or Christmas because they couldn't afford that. But they always had food. They always had a roof over their head. They always had clothes. But I do feel that they were really poor. And I also feel the family they weren't a family that showed affection. Which kind of makes me feel, I don't know if it was from that era, but if they were immigrants, but I feel like they didn't show affection. They were kind of cold, actually. So what he's saying to me is that this is partly why he was the way he was with his own family and his own children. I do get that he was a bit strict, so he could be very strict with his children and his family. He didn't put up with any BS. That's what I'm feeling from him. He could have a sense of humor on occasion, but he feels very serious to me. Very serious. He didn't. I think he suffered from lifelong sadness. I don't know if it was a full-blown depression, but I don't know that he was particularly, I don't know if I want to say traumatized from how he was raised, but he didn't know how to show love. He loved his family. He did love his children. He loved everyone in his family. but he feels to me like he didn't know how to show that. And because he was kind of sad, and also it was a combination of him being sad from his childhood, but also he's showing me that he's letting me know that it was also partly because of his sadness, how he was raised. And I think he just had a personality that he tended to be more serious and strict. He didn't put up with BS. But he did make sure that his family also was taken care of. So his children and family didn't have to worry about anything. I do feel that he does feel remorse. He wants you to know that he does feel remorse about how he was, that he didn't show a lot of love, that he was so strict. He recognizes that he didn't need to be as strict as he was, and that the things that he would get upset about, really there was no reason to get upset about them in the big picture. So of course it's very different when we cross over, and we look at things differently than when we're here in the human form. So but I do get that he's very remorseful about that. He wants you to know he did love his family. He loved his children. He was proud of all of you. I feel like there were 3 children. He was proud of his children. I feel like 2 boys and a girl is who he had. But anyway, he was very proud of his children, and he wants you to know that he is sorry. He does feel bad, and he is with you often. You may feel him around you sometimes, but he is softer. He's much softer. He's not as harsh or cold as he may have been when you were growing up. So he does want you to know that he's around you. He loves you. He's sending a lot of love, and he always loved you, even when he was alive. I feel like he did sink into a little bit of a depression in later years. I just think he didn't end up accomplishing with his life what he wanted to. And so, and he just wasn't a happy person. I'm just getting that he wasn't a happy person really his whole life. There weren't too many things that he felt joy from. That's sad to me. But anyway, so that rubbed off on how he treated his family and his children. So anyway, I hope that helped. Just know that he loves you, he's around you, and he is softer now, and he's trying to send love through so that you feel it. All right, we're going on now to crystal number 2, medium reading. So this is for crystal number 2 people. This is Citrine, the Citrine people. If you are drawn to the Citrine, this medium reading is going to be for you. Okay, so I immediately got a woman that stepped forward. She is, I would say, about 5'4", 5'5", somewhere in there. Little heavier set, but not obese, but she was heavy, a little heavier. She's wearing an apron, so I think she liked to cook. I think she enjoyed really, it made her happy to cook for her family. That was like the one thing that she felt would bring the whole family together, is cooking for everyone. And I felt like she liked to cook a lot of organic things and things from, little, not very much preservatives, like wholesome, healthy food and meals that she liked to cook, especially dinners. And she really loved getting the family around with this wonderful meal. So meals were really her way of connecting with the family, and she felt that was the best way she could connect to people that she loved and show them just how much she loved them, is by cooking these wonderful meals for them. She's showing to me as she's about, I would say, how she's showing to me is in her late 50s, mid to late 50s. I keep hearing 55. It could be that she was 55 when she passed, or around 55. her hair was definitely grayish, but she had, I don't know if she colored her hair like highlights and put some blonde in there too, but I feel like it's little gray and some blonde mixed together. So I almost want to say she didn't do an all over color. It was like highlights. And I feel like she may have had darker hair when she was younger. And I think the reason that she went with the blonde highlights as she got older is because her hair was graying and her hair was lighter. So she felt to continue the dark would look too contrast. So she tended to, as she got older, she lightened her hair. I think she was dark hair when she was younger though. And I'm getting the name Betty. I don't know if her name was Betty or if that's just a name that's important for someone to know. Anyway, I think her name might have been Betty. I feel like her name might have been Betty. Anyway, she was oh my gosh, I love her energy. Just this outgoing, uplifting, this great personality. Like she was the life of the party. I think she had a great sense of humor. I think she was always someone that you could go to. Anyone, not just her children or her family, but anyone, a friend. I think she enjoyed going to church on Sundays. I do feel that she was religious, but she didn't push that off on other people. So, and I don't even know that her kids were raised in a very strict religious family. I think it felt important for her to go, and she enjoyed going to church. I don't know that she went every week, but I do feel that she enjoyed going to church. But anyway, she has this lively, happy, uplifting, I just feel like people were drawn to her. Just this amazing person, this lovely light personality, light being. People were just drawn to her, and it's because of this positive energy that she just kind of exuded. What she's saying is she's a little concerned about one of her grandchildren. It's not a big deal. I don't feel that there's anything devastating that's going to happen, but I feel one of her grandchildren, I feel like it's a boy. It's a male energy. So it's either a boy grandchild or it could be a female, a girl grandchild who maybe has a little more slightly masculine energy. Like maybe they're a tomboy. They don't necessarily like dresses. They like to climb trees. So it's more of a male energy that I'm picking up. But anyway, she's a little concerned with this grandchild. And she wants you to know that this grandchild, who I feel is around 7, I think around the age of 7. I feel that she feels that this grandchild is a little, they have very deep emotions and they do have a tendency towards depression. So I do feel that there is some depression with this child, and I think she wants you to know that it's more depression rather than the child is just a quiet child. I think if the child were not quite so depressed, they would be a little more outgoing. And so I think she wants you to know, just to keep an eye on the child, that the child is more of a depression rather than the child being quiet and withdrawn, or like, so just keep an eye on that. Like I almost want to say, like she's saying the child could have a tendency towards being like a loner. I don't know. This energy around this little child is making me sad. I would just say keep an eye, and I'm not a big fan of medication for children, but there are a lot of natural things out there that you might be able to look into and see if you can give to your child to make them feel a little bit better. It could be, I just heard, it could be connected with his diet. So I feel like there's something about his diet that could be contributing. Like it's almost like he is allergic to it, but not in a way like he would get hives or, it's not like that. It would be kind of like how it affects him. His allergy is that it kind of affects his emotions and his mood. Like I feel it affects his, whatever it is that your brain, I forget, is it dopamine or serotonin? I don't know. I can't remember which one is responsible for like feeling good but I feel like it affects that, the processing of his brain being able to process that properly. That's odd for me because I wouldn't have thought that food could do that. But anyway, so you might want to think about, checking into a little more organic or wholesome things and not so much processed food with him. And I keep saying him because, again, I'm feeling that male energy. Could be a girl just with a little more masculine energy, but I keep feeling the male energy. Anyway, so I think it's Betty. Just want you to kind of be on the lookout for that. And it's just like a little heads up that you could maybe do a couple little things different for this child to help them to feel a little bit better. And I think once you figure out the right diet for him and kind of keep an eye on how he's doing and feeling better, I think you're going to notice him coming out of himself or herself, this male energy I'm feeling. I think you're going to see the child come out of themselves and you're going to notice them acting like more energy and not quite a loner as much. I'm not saying that the child is going to all of a sudden go the extreme opposite and be bouncing off the walls and, be the life of the party, because I still feel this child is a little more subdued, but definitely will have more fun if you can figure out, with the diet, or maybe it's a supplement, maybe give, I don't know, probiotics or something, but I would do some research and do some experimentation. But your mom is around a lot. Grandma is around the family. She absolutely adored her family. Food was important. Meal, dinner time, that was important to her. And that's how she felt she showed her love and she could connect. So that was her message for you. So I hope that helped. All right, now we're going to move on to the medium reading for crystal number 3, which, just a reminder, that was amethyst. And I've got this beautiful amethyst point. I love amethyst. So this medium reading is for you. So the people who chose crystal 3, amethyst, this is for you. Okay, I actually have a couple people stepping forward. I have a couple spirits stepping forward. I have a woman who is showing herself to me about, I want to say 66. That's pretty specific. Thin, borderline skinny, dark hair. I think she colored her hair later in life, so she kept the dark hair. Short, though. She feels to me like I think she had a lot of, I don't want to say, well, she was, I would say, comfortable financially. I think she had a good amount of money to the point where she was able to, she's saying to me, aunt. So this is someone's aunt coming forward. She was the aunt that was always dressed to the nines. She always wore makeup. But yet she wasn't like, she didn't make anyone feel like, oh, I have more than you, so you're not good enough. Like, she wasn't that kind of person. Very friendly, very approachable, very loving. But I feel that herself, she didn't feel good unless she got dressed up to the nines and did her makeup, and colored her hair, and that's just that's what made her feel good, and good for her. I think that anyone, should do anything that makes them feel good about themselves. If it's gonna, come on. If it makes you feel good, if you feel good, dressing a certain way, or, go for it. But I do feel she was, dressed to the nines. She was, not outlandish. It was very tasteful and classy. But even for casual events, I can see her still kind of dressing up. And that was just how Auntie was, right? But anyway, she is, okay. She is trying to get a message to what she's saying is brother. I don't know if that means her brother or if it's your brother. Whoever chose Amethyst, if it's your brother, but she keeps saying brother. So the message for brother is heads up about some health issues coming. What she wants this brother to know, I don't think it's her brother. I think it's your brother. It's someone out there's brother. He doesn't always, he's not a person that he doesn't like doctors. Hey, I'm with him on that. I don't like doctors. I will wait till I'm dying, not literally, but so I get that. But what she's saying is he's the type that will wait till, literally he's dying before he goes to the doctor about something. I feel that he's been feeling a little off lately. He's just, what I'm feeling from his energy is that he is, he's just more tired. He's contributing, he's thinking it's now that he's getting older, that's just kind of what happens. I don't think he's feeling that it's anything to worry about. That's one thing. But I also, as I'm focusing on I'm trying to focus to see if I'm picking up what health thing I'm picking up. And so I'm trying to focus on that. I definitely get low energy. I'm getting liver, possibly problems with the liver, with his liver. I don't know a lot about what are some things that start to happen if your liver is not working properly. I just don't. So you'd have to do some research on that. But I feel like there could be an issue with his liver. That is, so here's the thing though. I feel like he's going to be okay as long as he gets to the doctor and they discover it. And start working on it, because I feel like there's some things that he can change. I do feel he's a drinker. I don't feel he's an alcoholic necessarily. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't feel like he drinks to the point where he's drunk all the time. I do feel that he drinks a lot and that he has always drank alcohol a lot throughout his life. And that could be what is contributing to some of it. Although I don't feel that's the whole thing. I also feel, I feel his diet is not the greatest. But I don't know if that affects your liver. I don't know anything about that. So I don't know, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that his diet, I keep getting liver. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting liver. But I also am getting an image of something with his blood. So that could be an infection. It could be, sometimes I'll get that if it's, like a blood pressure issue. But I think that's a separate issue. I don't think that's connected with the liver. I think that's a separate issue. Anyway, this aunt, who it's your aunt, it's someone's aunt out there. She wants this, someone to go ahead and have their brother check in on their brother and make sure that if, just ask if he doesn't seem quite like himself, if he doesn't seem like he has as much energy that he used to, or you know, he's just there's an imbalance there. There's definitely something going on. I feel it's fixable, so I don't feel it's anything that's going to be like, you know, fatal or terminal or anything like that. So I'm not feeling that. As long as he gets on it and goes to see a doctor. So I feel as long as you know, if you can kind of coax this person to go ahead and get to the doctor, I think that it's something that they can definitely handle, and that, you know, the doctor can have him do some things that could help with the situation. Again, I'm still feeling liver. It's something with the liver. And I'm speaking blindly. I don't know a lot about what the liver does, what symptoms, I just don't know. But anyway, that's what I got. That's what Auntie wants to let you know. She sends a lot of love. She's always looking out for the family. Really sweet person, sweet, sweet soul. Just sweet, like very nice, loving. She didn't have a problem letting you know that she just wanted the best for you, for everyone. Just a sweetheart. I love her energy. Very sweet lady. So I hope that was helpful. You know, if one of these medium readings resonated with you, please leave a comment in the comments below the video. I'd love to hear from you. You know, let me know if it does resonate with you, the details around it. I'd love to hear more about that. And, you know, don't forget to click subscribe so that, you know, you're notified when I upload more videos. I'm going to be doing more videos for sure, but I had to do this medium reading because I just, last 2 weeks, I can't explain it. I just kept hearing, you need to do mediums. You need to do medium readings, medium readings, medium readings. So it's obviously these messages were meant for you guys out there. Don't forget when you click subscribe to click the little bell. That way you'll get a pop-up notification that I've uploaded a video. And if you enjoyed the video, please like it. And again, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com.